What is up, everybody? Cub here. Today I want to share with you guys 10 interesting banner designs that are really useful and can be used in your world. So these are all survival friendly, and all the resources to craft the necessary banner will be in my inventory before we craft it. So let's go ahead and get started, and let's make some of these banners. Our first banner is going to be a banner representing the end. So what you need is a purple banner, and then you're going to take some ink sacs and place a line down the center just like this. This is going to be like the obsidian pillar. Then you're going to take your purple dye, place some purple across the top like that to cut off the top of the end pillar. Next up, you're going to need some cocoa beans, and go ahead and place them in a configuration like this. So you want a brown fade, and then you want a white corner, lower left corner. Then you want a white texture on the bottom to sort of make like the rest of the end island. And then finally you want a brown fade again, except this time going the opposite direction, just like that. And there you go, you have done it, along with a spooky sound effect. There is your end banner. Next up is the Herobrine banners. This can be used to easily scare your friends if you have this down like a hallway or something like that. So go ahead and place down some ink sacs on the left hand side, more ink sacs on the right, then on the top, and on the bottom as well. And then you want to go ahead and place a single ink sac in the center. That'll give you like two eyes. And then finally, black ink sacs all on the bottom here. And that'll get you your Herobrine banner. Next up, we have a black horse wearing iron armor. So this one's a little tricky, so stick with me. So we have green banner going in, and then a L shape of ink sacs. Then go ahead and do the same thing but reversed. Then you're going to need oxide daisy and one light gray dye. This will be the iron armor part. Then you'll need a wither skeleton skull, so it is a little expensive. Combine that with some light gray, some vines, and some cactus green. And then just go ahead and make a green border around it, and we are done. So here is what the black horse with iron armor looks like. So if the wither skeleton skull is a little bit too expensive for you, I do have an alternative design for a horse. This one is brown and black. So you're going to need to start off with a green banner. We start off exactly the same as we did with the other one. So L shape and then reverse L shape with ink. And next up, you're going to switch it up a little bit. We're going to do some cocoa beans in a cross pattern like that, sort of like an X pattern. And then you're going to want to do a oxide daisy with some cocoa beans. Next up, go ahead and do the same thing you did last time for the end. So you just do vine and then green border. And this will give you a brown and black horse, which is a little bit less expensive than the other one. Our next banner is going to be a squid banner. So we're going to take a blue banner, so that's going to represent the ocean. And we're going to take our gray dye, place it on the sides like this, so we have some stripes. Next up, place your gray dye along with an oxide daisy into the crafting table. Then we're going to need some ink sacs forming a stripe along the center, just like so. Then we need a gray center, just like that. And then we're going to need a gray out on the top, just like so. And finally, a vine in with a lapis lazuli piece, and that should give you your squid. Next banner is a slime banner. So first of all, you need to start off with the regular green banner, and you're going to go ahead and place down some lime green on the right hand side and a stripe like that. Then make the same thing on the left side, but make it bigger. Next up, you'll take your green dye, your cactus green, place it on the top half, and then you'll need a cross of lime green dye like so. Then go ahead and surround your banner with lime green, and then place a little bit on the bottom like that, and there you go. You should have everything all set, and there is your slime. The next banner is of a dog. So this one's quite expensive. It actually requires a creeper head. If you don't have a way to get a creeper head, I have a tutorial on how to make a charged creeper farm. That'll help you get creeper heads. It'll be right up here in the upper left-hand corner. So first of all, take your white banner, and you want to go ahead and place it in a crafting table with 4 ink sacs around it like that to make a black lozenge. Then go ahead and take some light gray, place it in there with the vine, and then more of the light gray on top of your banner, just like that. And then you want some more of the light gray with a creeper head. And then finally, you want a little bit of a border like that, and that will get you your dog banner, and it looks like that. And there is a variant of the dog banner that looks like this, and you get this banner just by skipping the third step, so the circle step, from the previous banner. The next banner is going to be of a castle made of stone bricks and mossy stone bricks in the nether, but you can change the orange and red to green and blue if you want it to change to an overworld castle. So go ahead and place some cactus green in there with an oxide daisy and a gray banner. So that's the first step. Next step is to go ahead and place some light gray in with some bricks, and that'll get you like the grid pattern of bricks. Then you want to go ahead and do a border of orange dye, and then a ink sac pattern just like that to get the entrance to the castle. Next up, you're going to want to go ahead and do something like this to get sort of the netherrack on the over part of the nether. And then finally just a bit of red dye like that, and that'll get you your nether castle. And if you change the colors, like I said, here is what the overworld castle looks like. Next up, the bunny banner. So we're going to place a white banner into the crafting table with an ink sac like so to get a black circle. Then we're going to go ahead and place an oxide daisy and one bone meal in there, just like that. Next, we need an inverted chevron of light blue, like so. And finally, basically an X like that of bone meal. That'll make the eyes of the bunny. Then we need a vine and some light blue. That'll make sort of the bunny outline. And then finally for the feet, we're going to go ahead and place the banner in like this and bone meal like that. And that should give you a nice little white fluffy bunny like so. Next banner is a zombie pigman banner. So we'll start off with a pink banner, and we're going to have cactus green down the left hand side. And then we're going to go ahead and go with a vine pattern with a white coloring. And then we'll need a pink right hand side, so color the entire thing on the right half pink. Then we're going to need a cross shape of ink, just like that. That's going to form the eyes, and then we'll have a pink down the center to separate the eyes. And finally, a bit of green like that, and there you go. You have your finished zombie pigman banner. And our final banner today is going to be the Enderdragon Banner. So you're going to start off with a black banner. You're going to want to put it in a crafting table with some purple dye and some vines. And next up, you'll take some ink sacs, place them down the entirety of the right-hand side, just like that. Then we're going to go ahead and do some gray dye and an oxide daisy. And you can sort of vary the colors up here, depending on what type of dragon you want. Then you're going to go ahead and take some purple dye, put a band across like so. Some black ink, some ink sacs up like that. And then finally, a golden apple in with some purple dye, and that should give you the mouth of the dragon, and it'll look a little something like that. So those are 10 banners that I found rather interesting, and hopefully you did too. So that's all for me today. Thanks so much for watching. This has been CubFan. Goodbye.